Well, hello, my name is Tom Walsh, and I'm from Kean University. I'm here speaking with
Wilmont Brink,
Wilmont Brink
right?
from
Washington, New Jersey.
Washington, New Jersey. And we're on the Battleship New Jersey, actually in Wilmont's duty station, his battle station, which is the lower 5-inch shell ammunition handling room.
Correct.
And I'd like to know, first of all, how did you become involved with the ship?
Well, when I joined the Navy, they asked me if I went through boot camp. They asked if I had any hobbies or anything, and I said, "Well, I play in music." So then they asked me if I would be interested in going to music school. So I said, "Sure, why not?" And so I went to music. I passed the test up the boot camp. I passed the test in down Washington, D.C. Well, then I went there, but unfortunately I was out for 3 months. I was in the hospital, but then after I got back...
Harry Rule, please call the quarterdeck. Harry Rule, please call the quarterdeck, 7203.
After I got through with school, why they sent me to Battleship New Jersey. I didn't have a choice, really, but I was happy to be the New Jersey, since I was from New Jersey, to be on the Battleship New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's how we were sent out. 5 of us were sent out as replacements in the band. I was a musician. And unfortunately, we didn't stay too long because I guess it was about, I don't remember exact time, 3 or 4 months later, we were transferred off of New Jersey. So I didn't serve a long time, but it was a good time that I spent on here.
Can I ask, what were your experiences, what were your duties aboard the ship?
Well, when the Gold came aboard, admirals, captains, and like that, it was our duty to afford honors for them, side boys and the ruffles and flourishes and all that goes with the honors, and when they come aboard, the admirals and the captains and so forth. And then, we entertained the crew, of course. We played concerts and whatever they needed, to provide a little entertainment for them, And we more or less maintained our own quarters, but we didn't have to do any deck swabbing or such as that,
But your battle station was in the lower ammunition handling room for the 5-inch guns.
Right.
And that's where we are now. So could you tell us a little bit about what you did when you were here in your battle station?
Well, we had to pass went up through here, the powder. I don't, like I'm saying, I'm kind of putting things together because I don't remember all this, but we handled it, handed it back to them, which is what it said, the handling room. That's what we did. We handled, but that was the battle station. And I do recall one time, I don't know what the reason was, but there was a long delay here. There must have been something going on topside, and we were outside there, sitting outside for a long time, and they brought rations down for us, but I don't recall there was something going on topside, but I wasn't aware of, but other than that way, it was, it was a pretty easy job, as far as I'm concerned, it seemed to be.
Could you tell us where exactly the ammunition was resting in these trays? Maybe you could just go over here and just show how you put the ammunition in the tray.
Well, see that
rested.
I can't recall that. See, this doesn't really look that familiar anymore, But
Could you go over to the hoist and show us how exactly you put the ammunition into the hoist?
Well, there again, I wasn't one that worked with a hoist. I was back here, passing it to someone else. So see, everything is kind of foggy with me now. We're talking like 50-some years ago, And I realize a lot of people can remember everything that they did and what happened, but I just don't remember all that stuff, But that was about it.
Can you tell me the one experience that made you smile the most when you were on the ship?
made me smile.
Yeah, was the happiest or the funniest experience?
Harry
that you had?
Rule, your visitor is at the quarterdeck.
What?
Harry, your visitor is at the quarterdeck.
Well, I remember, excuse me, I had a birthday when I came aboard here on November the 19th, and they baked a cake for me, the band members and the baker, everything. So that was a pretty happy time for me.
Yeah.
But, well, I remember, I do recall one time I was standing and watch. We have to stand and watches at night, lookouts, you know. Mm-hmm. And I was standing and watch up on one of the upper levels, and it seemed to me someone was behind me. I could sense that someone was behind me, you know, in the back of me, and I casually looked around, and it was Admiral Halsey was standing up on deck above me. But you know, there's no problem. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing,
Sure.
watching out, and that's what he was doing also. But
Sure.
I also remember, which wasn't a pleasant time, but I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not, but we were rehearsing back on the fantail. Admiral Nimitz was going to come aboard, had a meeting with Admiral Halsey, and the band and the Marine Corps, Marine detachment was back there, and all of a sudden I heard something like thump, it went, you know, and they said, all hands take cover, and it was, I found out later that it was the cruisers were target practicing outside of where we were anchored, you know, and one of the projectiles evidently didn't explode, and it came down and went through the one deck there. I think, as I recall, there was one person had a leg injury, not on the main deck, but down below there. But I feel I was pretty fortunate there, because, you know, if that thing would have exploded there, I probably wouldn't be here doing the interview, you know.
That's
but,
probably true. Yeah.
But
Could you tell me, how did your service aboard the ship impact your life?
well, I've met a lot of friends, like Walter Okowski, you know. See, I didn't meet too many, you know, when I was aboard the ship. I met mostly the band members, you know, but I met Walter Okowski and Leon Morrison and a few others, you know, and I belonged to the New Jersey Battleship Historical Society, and also the New Jersey Battleship Veterans. So I met people through that. And, well, my daughter once asked me to go and talk to kids, her son were in school there, and I went to them, talked to them about this duty and my other duties, you know.
Yeah.
So I can say I'm really proud that I've been served aboard the New Jersey. I would have, if I had my choice, I would have stayed here and joined that band that came on, you know. But I didn't have that choice. But
Yeah.
From
You
there-
were just a replacement for a couple of months,
yeah,
and the regulars came back and replaced you.
they sent a whole new band in.
Yeah.
This band, of course, this band that I joined, they were plank owners. They had served on here the whole time, you know.
Sure, sure.
But
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to interview you, sir.
well, it's my pleasure. I'm sure. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm happy that Walter invited me down here.